What is up, people? It's Richie here from Bitcash Crew. Tonight we're going to go over Ripple, Ethereum, Litecoin, Lomocoin, Bitcoin Gold, and Bitcoin itself. So let's get started. All right, so first up is Ripple. All right, so first up is Ripple. We got a request on Twitter by Dennis. Thank you, Dennis, for reaching out to us. We're more than happy to go over this for you. Unfortunately, I'm probably not going to meet you with the best of news, but if you hang in there, I do think that your luck will turn around, my friend. But again, thank you for reaching out to us on Twitter. Really appreciate it. It also gives us fresh ideas of what to do for the daily vlog. So thank you again. Okay, so Ripple is on a bit of a bear day, or a couple of bear days. Price has been, we've got a couple of dojis here. Not much happening for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 6th day. But if you look on the daily and you put your Fibonacci on that, it'll be a nice little retrace. There we go. So we're sitting on the 50% mark, which is pretty good. We'll probably see that reverse out of there pretty soon. As you can see on the 4 hourly and the 1 hourly, our price is consolidating in these descending triangle patterns. So we're just meandering down on the trend line here. What we'll probably see is we'll see price breakout and then return and then head off. At this stage, it's too hard to call on what it's going to do, if it's going to go bullish or if it's going to go bearish. I wouldn't mind putting my bet on bullish just due to the way that the news has been released on this particular coin, which helps it substantially every time that it does go on a bullish run. So if you do hear some news on this, I'd be quick to jump on the charts and really watch price action and see what it's doing around that point. We do see a couple of good indicators over here. We've got railroad, but that didn't really take off. Pulled back down, took off, and then we've pulled back down again. Up here too, we've got the nice doji up here, and then price pulled back down and just continued on. But I'll probably put my house on it that this will return to higher highs of what was it on 3.1 and above in the coming week or so. It's a pretty solid wee coin, and it's definitely one of our favorites as well. Right, next one up is Ethereum. At the moment on Ethereum, we've got a bear candle forming on the weekly. On the daily, we knew that one was also going to go bearish today, just due to the previous candle. And on the 4 hourly, we are noticing a little pullback here too. So if you've noticed on the 4 hourly and the 1 hourly, they're not in sync. So what we'd like to see is we obviously want to see another push back up to the north side. And along with the 4 hourly, I would probably, looking at that a little bit closer, we have got a lot of deceleration, and it definitely is a bull market, as you can see here by this run of candles. Doji, reversal, try to do a retest, reversed again, and pull back down. I would almost certainly say that over the next couple of days, maybe even 72 hours, that Ethereum does push on and crack through that. So I think it was 380 that it finally, 387, yeah, that it was floating around today. We did make a higher high, which is great, on the 4 hourly, and we did do that is clearly evident on the 1 hour here as well. Let's just pull that out of the way. There we go. Let's look at this management zone. It's classic. So we've got price reacting around here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I reckon this is probably going to be the 6th time that this management zone gets tested. Really, really good indication for Ethereum. But yeah, I would say that where price will be turning around If price pulls down and closes below this low, then we could potentially be seeing another pullback to this long-term trend line down here. If it doesn't, however, and it does turn around that management zone there, it'd probably push up and reach a higher high. So yeah, let's just hold tight on Ethereum and see what happens. Litecoin. Litecoin's got a little triangle going on the daily, a little descending triangle, which is nice. On the 4 hourly, we do have a downward trend, and we are reaching lower highs, which are reaching higher lows. So we are going into a triangle formation on that as well. Can I draw that? Here we go. Probably meet these two trend lines, and that will form a triangle. And we are probably looking at a symmetrical triangle happening there. So let's just wait and see. Actually, I'll pull it back here, and that will be a symmetrical triangle. There we go. Yeah, price. See where I put my cursor? Price is reacting around that line going across, so that's a pretty good indication. Now, the thing with a symmetrical triangle, price can go either way. So again, this is a waiting period. It seems like most of these coins are in the same sort of phase. So this could be a quiet week on the books for the majors, and alts will probably be looking like the go at this stage. Next up is Lomocoin. So Fibonacci up on the weekly, got a 50% retest. We're coming back down, still bearish. Where are we on the 4 hourly chart? We do have a full retrace, depending on how deep this goes. I would like to see it turning around because we have had a touch on that line. This candle would be a defining moment, I would say, if that closes below. So let's just wait and hold tight on that as well. We did have a symmetrical triangle here. Price broke down, as you can see around that point. Let me get that a little bit larger for you. As you can see, price broke out, pushed back up, and then went on its merry way. So if we draw the profit level on Lomocoin from there to there, so it's basically the back of the candle. There we go. Back of the candle to the from the top to the bottom, and then we grab that range and we put it on where price broke out. We could potentially be seeing a pullback to around this level down here, which would be, yeah, right there. So, and you can notice over here as well, we've got a lot of resistance around that point. So if we get that there, what's going on? There we go. So there's a good management zone as well. There we go. Just want to break, pull that in, and look at price jumping around here. So obviously got the test there, pull back, break through, come back, test it again, went up, come back, pulled up, tested, pulled down, pulled up, tested, down, back up, back down and tested, back up, back down and tested, back up and tested again. Price took off, come back down and tested again. So that's a pretty significant level for this coin. And judging by the profit neckline of the symmetrical triangle, could potentially be seeing quite a significant pullback here, at least 300 or so points. So yeah, let's just hold tight and see what happens with that. Bitcoin Gold. Has been on a little bit of a run lately. It's fantastic. So we did see Bitcoin Gold reach up around the $360 mark. That was on the 14th, so a couple of days ago. We've had a full retrace now. And on the daily, we're still in an upwards trend, which is great. So we could probably draw, even though there's very limited history on this particular pair, the same principles still do apply. So here we go. The price, we see price come back down here. The thing that I'll be concerned with now is, obviously, we've got the lower high and we have the lower low. So let's see what price does around this point here. You could probably start drawing in a management zone actually from around here to about there because of all that consolidation just around here, and watch price action around that point for a reversal, and hopefully the bulls kick back in and we see a significant push going up. I'd actually be parking a bit of coin into Bitcoin Gold at the moment because it is one that's on the up and up, and you know, Wall Street just claimed that Bitcoin was a safer bet than gold at the moment, and I'll probably say that they're not so far off the truth there. We do have to keep in mind that they are controlled by the central banking system, and that is the biggest resistance that we have in the decentralized cryptocurrency market. So whatever you do read in the papers, and more specifically from Wall Street or the government or whoever it may be, they're just looking out for their own pockets. You know, if cryptocurrency takes a market share of say 20-30% of the financial markets across the globe, then that's a lot of tax that people aren't paying, and that's a lot of money out of struggling economies as it is, let alone the banking system. And we all know the banks are the wealthiest mofos in this world, and every time you do have a successful trade, you always do think, oh, well, that's one over the bank, because it's not very often in your life that you get one over the bank. But nevertheless, Bitcoin Gold is looking like a really good coin to keep a hold of. On the 1 hour, as you can see, that was at peak the other day on the 14th. The price has pulled back down, but I'll probably be paying attention more to the higher time frames here. We've got the 4 hourly, which is great. And another thing, guys, the higher the time frame that you use, the more successful you are. If the lower the time frame, the more volatility, and as an inexperienced traders, the more chance that the trades will go against you. So always keep that in mind. As you can see here, just flipping back to the 4 hourly, there's a lot of resistance around the 61.8% mark, which is perfect. We definitely want to see that. All right, my pedigree chums, off to Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is, let's drag this across. Today I was working out of a co-space. As a trader, it's kind of a very solitary kind of environment. You bury your head in your computer, and I'd sit here at my table every day just doing this. And today I went and worked at a co-workspace, and I just wanted some new faces around and a little bit more going on around me. So I went to the Commune, which is a great co-working space. It's located in Newtown in Sydney, well, Erskineville in Sydney, which is basically Newtown. And it was really good. It was really refreshing. Nice bunch of people, really great space. And it was just nice to just sit there and do my thing and, watch the day go by. Today was pretty quiet on the FS markets. I'll expect tomorrow, as usual, to ramp back up in volume. So sometimes after the weekend, the markets are a bit shell-shocked. So we'll just keep an eye on it. Bitcoin, we are in that gruesome-looking downward trend. We do have some significant levels that we have drawn in previously. So we've got these management zones. So I would say to watch them as price does rebound. And I would say that price will be rebounding pretty soon. I doubt that Bitcoin's going to sit down at this level for much longer. Anyway, that's all from us today. It's been great. Edward and I are working on some fantastic things that we'll keep you posted on. Thanks again, Dennis, for showing us a bit of love in Twitter. And I will catch you on Wednesday. Ed will be back tomorrow. Ciao.
Hey guys, thanks for watching today's episode. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button below and also the notifications button so you don't miss out when the next episode comes out. Also follow us on the Facebook, get amongst the discussion over there, and also follow us on the Twitter. That's where Richie posts all of his badass trades you don't want to miss out. See you soon.